lyrics. Happy Thursday. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Is that Marvin Gaye? He was talking about local events, things that were happening around him. He was trying his best to artistically sound out the things that were going on in his current situation. Sometimes I think artists don't get heard loud enough. Their lyrics aren't taken serious enough because the beats are basically held more in priority. But when we turn back the hands of times, when we get those moments, turn that down, please. When we get those moments in artistry, when we get a chance to reflect back on the lyrics that we've listened to and the lyrics that we're repeating, we often find times that there are a lot of deep messages in a lot of these songs. Turn it down. That's all right. Okay. Yeah. Pardon us. Duh, duh. Okay, so I did do notes yesterday. So what I got when I first woke up this morning was either someone is looting. So someone uses this time of frame of time to loot. They're looting. Somebody loots, okay? Somebody loots at night. Something like that. That just came out. And I wasn't even going to say that. But losing sight of things. Someone is losing sight of the goal or something. So either that or they're starting to have like poor vision, something like that, like kind of blurry. Someone is sensitive to the light now. So someone has definitely acclimated themselves to a different schedule during the day. They're not up during the day. They're always up at night, all night. Okay? That's for someone. Okay, now I walked past the building. It was like Anchorage Towers. And it made me think of Alaska. The capital of Alaska is Anchorage. And up there in Anchorage, they give like $1,000 for like a land for land to the citizens for staying up there in the cold. 1,000 bucks, but I think it's because of cold oil. Okay, money for cold oil. But it also made me think of the people there, which much like the people here that are born here, they're indigenous to here. But the people that are born in Alaska, they're called Inuits, right? They're indigenous to that land and they're called Inuit. So they're natives. They're not called Alaskans or Eskimos. They're called Inuits. Okay, for those who would like to do less of the offending when they go out, they'd like to say more of something that relates to what it actually is. Okay, all right. So funny. It was 3:04 when I wrote it. It's whole time. I always say that. Navajo. I always say that when I happen to look at the clock at 3:04. I always say it's whole time. So lied and then attempted to force me into the narrative, but you tell them you were embarrassed because you couldn't tell them that you were embarrassed because you were sick, so you had to watch people walk into the flame and the fire and say something afterwards because you needed them to react more than you needed them to protect themselves. So you allowed a lot of people to go into a really bad situation all because you were already there and you wanted more company in hell. But the situation became serious when the fact of the matter is the person that you tried to blame for it isn't even in the situation. So how did it get so far and why did you let it? A lot of people are going to be angry when they realize that you could have warned them and stopped them, but you had to let them so that you could make an angry mob. Interesting. Everybody's so creative. All right. So, Truman Show, or is it about being a true man? True humanity. Are you a little bit more human? Redbone, Summertime. John Hopkins, Genealogy. Henrietta Lacks, Eager Street. There's a New Slavery. It's Genealogy. You become indebted to it. Old Traditions. You keep living it through your etymology. Your body is like memory foam. Your brain is too. Even though you cannot, in particular, describe what's going on or what happened, you feel it. Some of us are lucky enough to be able to say something about it, even though we can't really connect it to what it is, but we have that feeling. So we write it down. Some of us, we go beyond writing it down. We try to express it one way or the other. Sometimes through art, sometimes through poems, sometimes through singing. Sometimes it's all acting out in a mess. Sometimes it's not politically correct. But it's etymology just the same. There's a lot in the last name. It's really important. Think about it. You'll meet somebody close to you with that last name. And then you'll look up and you'll see someone of high honor. But that's what they wrote on the paper. But they got the same last name. And they did the same thing. And it makes you wonder, the etymology. That's the message. Okay, so that was off the rip. That was off the fly. It was something I guess I needed to say. A lot of people don't understand the way that they move sometimes subconsciously is because it's etymology. It's embedded within you. It's something that you remember, but you can't remember. It's that thing that makes you feel as though it's deja vu. It's like living lifetimes without knowing that you've lived lifetimes. It's like someone coming through in a message saying, oh, you've lived thousands and thousands of years. And you're like, I just got here, a couple years ago? What are you talking about? But it's in you. Really, it is. So if you're not loyal, it might be a generational thing. If you're easily swayed, think about it. Were you listening to the stories that your grandmother and your grandfather, or even your uncle, your aunts and uncles were telling you, whether it be good or bad? A lot of times, they tell on themselves through little words we don't remember, but little scenes we do recall. Think about these things. Like I said, some of us, we forget. Some of us, we can't. And for the lucky few, we get to express it in one way or another. It all depends on your calling. Some are called to live it. Some are called to manage it. Some are called to record it. Some are called to express it. Do you answer your call? All right, so I've got Psalms 14. I don't know why 14, but it's also temperance in the world of cards, right? Temperance. Trying to make sure you mind your temper. You lose a lot of days and nights being in wrath, being angry, stewing over things that you really cannot change and not accepting them, and trying to forcefully do things that put you out of order and out of alignment. So, temperance. In other words, peace, be still. Okay? All right. So, let's go. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The Lord looketh down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and see God. They are all gone aside. They are all together filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord in his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad. Amen. Selah. So be it. So let it be. Alex, let's see, sweetie. That much noise this time of morning? That much? I don't want that. Sit down. Okay. All right. So let's get on over to the tarot. Congratulations and happy birthday to those who are having birthdays and having nice events. That's good. Hopefully everybody is staying hydrated in this heat. Just being very mindful, right? Very mindful. So I'm going to do the pink tarot because it's very specific and I don't have to go to the book. Woo! At the bottom is judgment. As soon as I pull it out, what's going on with you out here in the spiritual streets? We got judgment. Okay, let's... Wow, cards are falling out already. Oh, the tower fell. Tower fell. Big old fall, too. The tower fell out at 16. And the 9 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Cups, okay? Fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. The tower, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight. Okay, so there's a big tower, either present or in the near future going on with someone. It's looking like some Mercury. We're definitely in Mercury retrograde, and there's supposed to be celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship, community, happiness. So it's third party, so it's a group, it's collective mindset. And we've got a 9, a 16, and a 3. So yikes. Okay, so whatever this luxury self-sufficiency is, it's about to hit a tower collectively. So there's a group that's about to suffer a collective tower. There's a downfall about to happen. Don't shoot the messenger. We've got 9, 16, and 3. Boy, boy, boy. Oh, boy. Ay, ay, ay. 15. I can't with this. 12 plus 16, that's wild. 28, so that's 10, that's wish fulfillment. So at the end of the day, collective, there will be a situation where there's going to be a group that's going to have to kind of get out of the way so that the people who are really putting in the work get back to work, because they're kind of making it kind of toxic. They're making this whole place a toxic place to work in. You gotta like go over your paychecks with a fine-tooth comb, with a microscope. You've got to pretty much check everything. You can't go to the market. You've got to look. You got to stare down the cashier because she's not going to give you all your change. Everybody's trying to keep back a little for themselves right now, and it kind of sucks because there are a lot of honest people out here that are willing to help if a person would really ask. Okay, and we have some people who are trying to breadcrumb people into submission and things of that nature, real modern day slavery type of thing. So just be careful, be on your P's and Q's, and don't let nobody put no pressure on you that you didn't ask for and that you didn't need, okay? So yeah, that's with that, and that's Virgo. We're starting in Virgo since Virgo is the first card that did come out. And then we have this 16, which is this Mercury retrograde. Then we have this 3, that collective mindset. So it was the Cancer who got the group together. It was the Virgo that paid. It was the Cancer that got to group together. A lot of Cancers actually are in this group. And it's nothing like having a bunch of emotional people in one group. They pull on each other, and next thing you know, you've got a bunch of butthurt people. There were other words I could have used, but this is where I turned. I turned at Albuquerque. So definitely that has been the Virgo reading, because look, that's the sign right there. All right, and the Tower's here, and a 3, so that's wish fulfillment. So some things should be easing up. Let's give it about 30 days and see what happens, what shakes loose. Maybe you can move on to calmer water. Maybe you could sleep a little easier. Maybe the kids will calm down, all right? Or maybe people just start acting humane again. Just a little bit. Start actually understanding common sense, because for a while there, grip was lost, okay? All right, so let's keep it going. Over to Libra. It's a filter or something. It's not. It can't be a filter. I don't use them. Whatever. Okay. Only thing I did put on today was lip. That's it. Yeah. Shout out to my yellow shirt. It's doing its thing this morning. It is. Wow. 6 transition. 7, 6, 7. Oh boy, I got 2 Aquarius cards, and yeah. Aquarius, are you stealing still? Are you trying to move over to calmer waters after living a life of stealing? I'm silly. So it really does say that. Okay, so death and transformation after the transition of stealing. So someone's in retribution, redemption. Remember that movie, Redemption? It was like Alcatraz or some crap. It was prison, right? So it was prison. So it's not jail, it's prison. So I think this is what's happening in the background. I don't know. I'm just pulling the cards. I don't ask, and I really don't look you up. So if this is what's coming out in the cards, it's because you're in my energy. Remember that. Okay, so we've got transition, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. This is Aquarius energy. Then we've got the 7, betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically, tricky. See, I was saying about that stealing thing. You see how he's looking back. He's trying to make sure he's getting away with it. But it looks like death and transformation. So that's going to come to an end. And that's going to be a shaky foundation, because you know that 4, it comes from the 13. So, yeah, 6, 7, which you guys call demon time. I just think it's another passage in the book. And, yeah. So, we got 2 Aquarius, 1 Scorpio. Yeah, yeah, you be easy here, okay? Yeah, that part. That's 13, 13. 6, 7 is 13, and then we have the 13, so that makes that a 26, and that makes that an 8, which is karma. So I'm gonna ease on out of here, and that was the Alex. You're back to doing the kicking thing. Yeah, somebody's definitely doing it to death. They're kicking it. Okay, so yeah, that part. That's the Libra reading there. Someone's on demon time, but they're going through death and transformation. Hopefully, they're not laid up in the hospital somewhere or laid up in the cell. But hey, it's the time we do for the crime we do. All right, let's go. Let's get on out of here. Like, what's going on with you guys? Have you no ability to behave? Don't you know no good? Don't you? No, no good. I said, Romy Rome, Jerome Rome. Somebody thought they was the Palea from the Himalayas. Just a little thing I got from Marty Mar. This coffee is splendid this morning. I've got to have it. All right, so we've got the King of Wands. We're in Scorpio right now. The King of Wands, natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture leader, overcoming challenges, mature, career focus. We've got Scorpio and Sagittarius energy in this King of Wands. So they're very direct, a bit explicit, but very direct. So let's get into it because I haven't pulled the cards that was in betwixt of things. For those who know how I read, definitely like, share, and subscribe, and share with someone who would like the way that I flow too. Page of Pentacles. Whoa, we've got the Four of Cups, and we've got the Four of Wands. 44. So this is an ancestor message. Okie dokie. And it's protected. All right. I remembered my rock song last night. I thought I'd lost it in my phone. This is why I usually write things down. So really I had an opportunity to revamp it, and I think I did better. I'm not going to say it right now because I'll just give you a little bit of it because it's just great. But I don't have it written down with me right now. I left it where I be leaving it at. But yeah, I was able to refashion it, and it sounds a lot better, and it's very, very catchy. Um, for those of you who know, I write my own songs and I perform them as well. But the thing is, I don't quite fit into any one genre. I like to jump all over the place. I'll even do classical if I'm invited to do it. I think I've got the air. But the problem is, there isn't a problem. I just love music. I love music. Any kind of music. You can laugh, you can sing, you can do anything that you want to. Hey. La 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 la. I love music. Yeah. Hey. Okay, so back to what I was doing. That was a quick break. Okay, so we've got Page of Pentacles, manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, ambition, desire, diligence. Did I say this was a Scorpio reading? Meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, disconnected. Celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, homecoming. Okay, ancestor message, it's out here. Your ancestors want you to take it easy, but they want you to stay love-minded. They don't want you to lose track of your heart. Don't be so much in your boundaries that you forget that there is love out here. Your ancestors do want you to meditate, okay? They want you to stay in your bag. Don't get too much in your feelings. Remember to protect your heart and your underparts. Remember to protect your love spaces, your creative chakra. The same thing that you use to procreate is almost the same thing that you're using to put the energy out in the world and create. So remember to protect your creativity, okay? And that is 44. 44 is the ancestor protected message. 444 also is included in that group, but put it together, it is an 8, which is karma and dharma. So be careful of the side that you might be on. It's not really great to ride the fence. Have you ever seen a guy try to ride that fence and he slips? Ouch. Yikes. All right, so that's not the kind of birth control I think he wants. All right, there you go. Okay, so oh yeah, advocacy for vasectomies. It's a lot easier and economically right to get a vasectomy as opposed to have a woman have a hysterectomy. One, because you don't have to worry about wherever you drop your load, and it's an outpatient experience. A woman would have to lay up for 7 days to 7 weeks after having said hysterectomy, depending on her body structure, her doctor, and everything about that. There's no outpatient about a woman's reproductive system. But what is the vasectomy. You go there, snip kaput, boom, you're done. And you can actually have it reversed, or it may naturally reverse depending on your virility in 10 years. Now, that's just a probability. This is not a quote, okay? All I'm saying is it's a lot easier for a man to shut down those pipes than it is for a woman, okay? She still has to make the eggs and deal with whatever outcome comes from going through those changes. So remember, be kind, twine. That's the only thing that you should bind is them balls, okay? All right. Stepping off to from the ancestor message, back into Scorpio. Remember, which side of karma or dharma you want to be on. Your ancestors would love for you to have a great foundation, but you have to do the shadow work. It's not just going to happen just because you shut off the pipe going forward. You have to go back in there and unplug some stuff. Have you ever heard of Roto-Rooter? Use it for your life. There you go. Yeah. This voice is voicing this morning, isn't it? Yeah. I always thought that sometimes I could be that operator. The time is now 4:44 p.m. You hear that? Yeah. I think I did come across the guy who does the train. I did. He was riding in an Uber. I think he was just doing it as a hobby. But I did come across a few voice people a couple times in my life. It was great. But now that I'm thinking back, I'm not sure why they were actually there. That part. Okay, so let's get on over here to Sagittarius because we're done with Scorpio. Did I tell you everything about Scorpio that I needed to tell you about Scorpio? Yeah, I did. So, yeah, just make sure you're in your bag, you're getting your things done, you're developing your skills, and you're on the right side of karma, or you understand that you're in dharma too, okay? So don't forget that there is love out there, but be very discerning. Your ancestors do want you to have a strong foundation, but without the shadow work, you'll never be able to build it because you won't know the difference, okay? And this is why some people got to go through some things so that they can get the answers themselves. No cheat sheet, all right? No cheat sheet. Setama! Turn it down, babe. You scared the crap out of me. I was like, when did I get a yugi? When did I get a samurai warrior in the kitchen? It just happened. Oh wow, the chariot. So something is moving very very fast, and let's keep going. Hey, it might be the time. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Ooh, somebody's hating on my joy. You happiness hater. Well, happiness restored. Okay, so we've got this Ace of Wands here. New project, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential, beginnings, new opportunities, growth. It sounds like I said the same thing twice, but I didn't. I said willpower and then said desire and then power. Wow. Seems the okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I just pulled three ones in the same pull. So This is good. This is fortunate. I got 3 ones, okay? Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Magician. This is a masterful, powerful, powerful, powerful situation that's going on here. Okay, Ace of Wands, new project. Ace of Pentacles, abundance. The Magician, action and creation. So somebody's coming up with a great, great idea. It's grand. It's out of this world, and somebody's about to go viral. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to my collective. Whoever is out there, they have definitely gotten control and mastered their sacred roots, and they have got some good stuff going on. I'm no hater. Come on now. Let's go. Let's get it out there. I love that. We've got great energy. Like I said, we have a one, one. All three. One, two, three. Three. Somebody is definitely in co-creation with the creator. What does that mean? That means you and your higher self went in. You, yourself, and I, right? You, me, myself, and I. De la soul. Me, myself, and I. Right. So that is your holy trinity, your higher self connecting with your lower self and meeting somewhere in the middle to create something here on this middle earth. Okay. Ace of Wands, new project, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential, beginnings, new opportunities, growth, abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity, action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, creativity. You notice how everything basically goes towards you standing tall and being able to deliver when asked to. So that means off the fly, you got to be ready, okay? So if you ain't ready, you better get ready because it's about to be your time. Make sure don't nobody catch you off guard. And I'm not saying that you got to be in no character. What I'm saying is, if you're already authentic, if you're already living your truth, then you don't have to pretend. You don't have to practice any lines because you are authentically you. Right now, the big thing is being you. Everybody has played parts so much that everybody's kind of suspicious, and we have every right to be. A lot of people have been playing in our faces for years, and I'm not just saying our spouses, I mean our children, our teachers, our leaders, our politicians, our doctors. Even some of our most trusted people in the neighborhood have definitely been getting over in some way or form, all because they could or they were in that position. You understand? So right now there isn't a lot of trust in humanity, and guess whose job it is to restore that? Da-da-da! Us. We have to restore it, and we have to start somewhere. So remember, do unto others as you would have them do to you. You know, some of you guys are really kind of cruel. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, some of you guys are like, what the hell does she mean by do unto others as you would have? I would do a bunch of shit to people. And I think that they would do it to me. Like, this is how bad society has gotten. Like, we are running around very pessimistic, and we are running around very much aware and accepting of the worst part of people, which I think we should not normalize. Okay, so let's back up out of that. So in this Sagittarius reading, let's challenge each other to actually be humane for once in a while. I mean, we've done the crappy thing, and look at the kids. They're all glitching out, right? Then we've got grandpas and grandpappies. I don't know what to call them. You gotta call them Renee and Steve and shit nowadays, because you can't respectively call them grandpa and grandma nowadays when they're running to the block faster than half the kids. You're like, what the hell is going on? Did I just see? Let me back out of that. So all I'm saying is, let's get back to some basics, okay? Boy, that was a soca song that I heard a while back. Great song too. Young guy sings it great. We're gonna back. Oh, yeah, I listen to all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I was like, okay, so we got this three. We've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician. This reading makes me a bit happy. It's yes, yes, and it is definitely Definitely some retrograde stuff going on as we do it. So just be aware that your electronics may act a little weird, may act a little slow. Be careful where you're plugging in at, okay? There's a situation where there are hackers that are able to hack your devices through your electrical sockets. Yes, they've gotten that innovative. I mean, these people are so damn creative at being thieves. It's wonderful. So yeah, some of us have some people around that are buying these wonderful Amazon devices or devices from DHL, and they're having them shipped in, and they're using them to steal because once they get a good enough lick to get some 3D printers and a good enough contact to buy the crap, they make it. So yeah, be mindful of that. Be careful where you plug in. Check your devices. Make sure you have some kind of malware, some security, Norton, something like that. Do self audits more often because these people have nothing more to do than to check what you've got going on, whether you've got bad credit, good credit, a charge, or anything, because they get so creative with whatever they're trying to do. Me, myself, I've got someone actually studying to beat me. Like they're studying how I talk, how I walk, what I wear. Um, Probably get called my name when I'm not in the room. I'm believing that this person is being brainwashed to be me for to play some sort of part. I pray the devil takes you with him. But yeah, that part. Yeah. So whoever's doing that, male, female, trans man, whatever you are, yeah, have the damn day you deserve because that is really weird and creepy. I mean, I've even got people coming by and digging in my trash can. I think that's the nastiest thing in the world. But it's happening. It's happening. I've seen it. I actually seen it. People like messing with my trash. It's disgusting. So yeah, that part. City of Baltimore, do better. Like do better. It's looking a lot like you're complicit. Okay, it looks a lot complicit. But yeah, anyway, so we got this three of wands here, this not three of wands, but this whole three here, and it's co-creation with the creator, and somebody's going to make something really nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be raising the vibration here around the world, wherever you're popping up on the algorithm or wherever you're popping up in the world, because some of us are traveling. Okay, so be safe, be aware, be careful where you're plugging into. Remember to check your USBs. I did see in one of my USBs, I had to throw it away. There was a situation where I believe that it was actually able to copy some of my things. So when I opened it up, I did see that it had hardware on the inside of it. So be careful. I mean, they're getting very, very creative with this stuff, especially when they really want to steal things from you, especially when it's your intellectual property. So be careful of how you're storing it, where you're storing it, and who has access to it. And be careful with bulky USB chargers. They may have more hardware in them than you thought. Okay, and plugging into them could make you just a whole data center. You can become a data center for someone else. They'll study all the stuff in your phone, that sort of situation, right through your socket. So be careful where you're plugging in and how you're plugging in and what you're using to plug in. Okay, all right, so that was just a tip, and that was the Sagittarius reading. That was being straight and true. Sagittarius the archer, and we go. Draw back, boom. All right, so that was that, and let's get over to Capricorn. Yep. So informational, aren't I? Yay! I don't know how Alexa got its name, but I think something fishy went on. And this is why when people say Alexa, I'd be like, no. They'd be like, but I wasn't talking to you. I'd be like, were you? Were you not? Are you sure? All right. So, okay. What's going on here? Capricorn. Capricorn. All right. We got Sagittarius, we got Libra, and we've got a fish in the cup. Courage, persistence, test of faith, resilience, boundaries, last stand, gearing up for worse, pessimism, weary. So someone has gone through the ringer. They're either born in 94 or they're 49 or something like that. So they're be at between the ages of 20 something. Mm, hold up. Yeah, they're between the late 20s and 50 years old. Yeah, they need to go and lay down. They need to go sit down somewhere. So we got rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, retreat, renewal, solitude. So someone needs to go sit by themselves. They need to go do something. Ooh, I'm looking at 38. So maybe someone's 38. All right. So we got creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility. You know, curiosity killed the cat, right? Okay. And happy surprise, dreamer, sensitivity, new love. So somebody's kind of sensitive, right? And that means that they're a bit insecure about a situation. It's about an offer, whether it's somebody offering them something or them offering someone something. Someone's very insecure. So someone's been through a lot, right? And they're looking they're looking for the worst. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That Sagittarius energy, and then we've gotten this Libra energy that they need to, sit by themselves for a while. They need to rest. They need to lay it to rest, or they need to go and retreat. Okay. But then we've got this Page of Cups, which is the creative opportunities and the sensitivity, intuitive messages. So basically, this person does have a bit of a conscience. So they're thinking and they're curious. They want to know something, but they don't know if they should ask or they should offer something, or vice versa. They don't know if they should answer or take the offer. And that is in the Capricorn. So we got 94, which is a. Hold up. We got 94, which is 13. So it's a death and transformation. So it looks like the window of opportunity, they're missing out. They've missed the window of opportunity or something. Like I said, this is the late 20s to the 50s. And is somebody missing an opportunity? They're missed out on something. It's a death and transformation to whatever opportunity they're in. So whatever they were going to ask, study long, study wrong. Okay, so that has been the Capricorn reading. Sagittarius, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates. Don't force it. Boop, ba-doop, 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 doop, doo. Yeah. Yeah, that was my little scat music. All right. So, Pisces, what's going on with you? We started off in Virgo, so we're going to end up in Leo. 5:38 on the clock. 5:38 on the clock. 38 again, huh? 68. Nyx, God bless the child that's got his own. Aquarius, Scorpio, that is no, Aquarius, Pisces. No, Pisces. That's King of Cups. Then we've got Sagittarius, Capricorn coming out. That's Queen of Pentacles. All right, so God bless the child that's got his own. That's Nyx. That's my card personally. And then you've got emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerant, sympathetic. Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. This can represent a couple, or this could represent you actually going into your higher self and being able to balance your cups and your pentacles. Yes, you have enough to offer, and yes, you know how to manage what you don't want to offer. Your cup is full, it's abundant. You don't have to offer it if you don't want to, yet you can, and you can manage that as well. You can do both. That's wonderful. That is Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Take what resonates. Don't force the rest. There are no numbers in this one. This is just personalities and traits, okay? Gemini, that's reciprocal. Aquarius, that is the star. That is also the one that is able to control the emotions while still being able to shine. The Pisces in the situation is the intuitive one, deep in the emotions but able to mute it. We have the Sagittarius, which is the true archer. What they're going to say is going to hit straight to the soul. And the Capricorn, which is the stoic studier, they may go when they really mean aha, aha, that type of thing. Okay, so that's that, and we're going to go off. This was the Aquarius reading. Hold up, what was that? I gotta laugh at that one. Okay, that was the Aquarius reading. So now we're going to get over. Really? Capricorn. Okay. Why is Aquarius going up fast? Why is Aquarius going up fast? Fast, fast, fast. It's Aquarius trying to take over my reading. Okay. All right. So that was the Capricorn reading. It's Aquarius that's trying to bully its way in. Okay, Aquarius, whatever. All right. Let's see what you got to say, Aquarius. So don't pardon me if this is a South Node message going on for Aquarius, because Aquarius is being a bully right now as far as being in my energy. What? Tower. The Three of Pentacles upside down. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, so what we got here for you, since you had to be here, is somebody who's really got a mouth on them, because the way the cards just was like it just forced its way out. Okay. All right. So take what resonates. Either this is a really mouthy man or this is just a really mean girl. Okay, so 16, 18, because that's the moon, which is usually feminine mother energy. And we got the tower, we got the moon, and then we've got the Three of Pentacles upside down. I usually don't have my cards upside down, so when this popped out upside down, I had to leave it like that. Okay, so the tower, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight, the moon, illusion, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious premonitions. The Three of Pentacles, disharmony, misalignment, working alone, lack of teamwork, disorganized group conflict. And that is what I have for Aquarius. Feminine, Pisces, Capricorn. We got 16, 18, and 3. That's 14, that's 34. 34 plus 3, that's 37. That's a 10. So basically, the gang's about to break up, okay? All right, so this is going to be a whole blockbuster for a lot. As I said in the beginning of the reading, this is resonating a lot with the Virgo. I think it was the Virgo or the Libra reading, where there's going to be a collective mind situation where they're going to realize that they're not so collective at all. Things are not going in the right place. Like I said, this is a tower moment. The moon, intuitively, they know it. The mother energy definitely knows it. But definitely the group is in misalignment. They're working together, but they're working alone. Everybody's working against each other at this point in time because there's just too much effort going in too many different directions. And even the ones that are going in the same direction is just something that they shouldn't be working on anyway. So when it all falls down, I'm telling you, when it all falls down. Woo! So yeah, some things are coming to an end, and that ended up being a 10. 16 plus 8 plus 3, put the numbers together, it ended up being a 10. And the 1. All right. I think that was a Jet Li movie, The One. And there are a lot of different variations of stuff like that. But lately, I'm starting to think of you guys as the group that was in that group that was in Blade, the ones that were waiting for the sprinklers to come on, and they were basically drinking, I'm going to say, energy from whatever that was coming out of the sprinklers. Yeah, you guys are carrying on weird like that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Toots. Okie doke. All righty, all right. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Na 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 da 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 na 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 da 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 da. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Hey. Yeah. There you go. All right. So we got a 4 and a 3 and a 9. 439. Okay. We've got March the 3rd, 90 something. Okay. Or it's another way around. September. Someone 34, or the 3rd, September the 3rd. 49. That's an older person. That's somebody who knows better, or should at least. Okay. All right. So we've got 4: saving money, security, conservation, scarcity, control, frugality. Then we've got 3: celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship, community, happiness. So there's a lot of people who are banking on a wish come true, contentment, satisfaction, emotional stability, luxury, and gratitude. So this is what they're working towards. We don't know what's going on. So there's 4, 3, and 9. Let's see what that is. 7 plus a 9 is 16, which is a tower. Okay. Let's go with that. A tower, so that turns into a 7, which means this cycle is complete. All right. So whatever they were hoping on, they're going to have to change clothes and go. All right, and that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. The cycle is complete. Whatever was supposed to happen, they're going to have to go to back into the drawing board. Whatever they got, they're going to have to be happy with what they have. Okay, so we have Capricorn, Cancer, and Pisces. 4, 3, 9. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And for some of us on the North Node, hold up, not all bad news. This also could flip to a collective message which says you actually being able to stay grounded and keep your head above water is bringing you to a great celebration with people that are like-minded, which is the luxury in which you will receive. Sometimes there's just a luxury in having people understand where you're coming from. And that is the message. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That was the Pisces message. Pisces with the Capricorn, the Cancer, and the Pisces card. Okay. Boom, boom, do, 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 do. That was the 16. That was the Tower. So there are good towers. Sometimes your tower moment is you actually realizing that you're free to move about this world without always having to be afraid of the goofies. Everybody doesn't want to be goofy. All right. Okay, Aries, step it up, step it up, step it up. And here you go. You showed up. So we've got the 9 in Virgo energy. We've got the Pisces, Aries, and Queen of Wands. And we've got the Scorpio in Hermit, which is 95. This is what we got. So someone's either 59 or they were born in 95. So, yeah. That's pretty up there. So we're going to go between the ages of 60 and your 20s and your 60s, okay? All right, so there's a 40 years difference. So there might be someone in their 40s within there. So Fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence, courage, confidence, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, and joy. Regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. So someone's pursuit of happiness actually kind of brought them grief. They might have gotten some of the things that they wanted, but they're not happy with what they built. All right. So someone's definitely in regret because they might have gotten, like I said, sometime God will give you some of the things you want just so you could be out of touch with the things you really needed. And that's the karma for some people. Sometimes you will see people, you're like, why is this person getting what they're supposed to get? That doesn't look like karma. That wasn't for you to watch. But also, you don't know what this person really valued. Did you really know the person? Did you really know what would hurt them? Sometimes it's not the loss of money, it's the fact that they probably won't have love. So you'll probably see some of the people that you don't like getting money, but they'll never have love. They'll never have anybody to trust around them. They'll always be looking behind their back, and that's a very miserable place to be. Or you might see somebody get love. They might get all the love and they'll never get any money. They're broke every time they're with somebody. It's just like money leaves their pocket. That might be someone's karma. Karma doesn't go the way that you think it's going to go. Sometimes the karma will wait years and years and years, and a person will be sitting there and they're about to eat their favorite meal and they finally got everything perfect and they die right before your eyes and they don't get that moment. You see how karma works? Sometimes you didn't know you were headed for a nightmare when they rocked you to sleep. You used to swim through shallow waters because your heart ain't so deep. Yeah, sometimes life will rock you to sleep and then it's collection time. You know what I'm saying? So be careful what you're doing. Make sure you can live with it. Make sure that you don't get a subpoena one day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that part. That's in the Aries reading, and that's Virgo, Pisces, and Aries. So don't be so hard up and attached to certain things that when it doesn't happen, it's going to take you downtown on Skid Row. Okay? So yeah. So we're going to put that 5 and that 9 together, which is a 14, which is temperance, which turns into a 5, which is unexpected changes. So never get too comfortable. And that was your Aries reading. Boom. All right, let's get on over to this Taurus because we're almost done. We're going to be ending in Leo. So we're in Taurus right now. Wonderful. Do you have dry eyes? I miss that guy. Where is he? All right. So the Chariot 78 came out. 87. All right. One Nick 7 and a glove in your mouth, fool. All right. So we got 781. Okay. Snoop Dogg, for some reason, I just thought of his skinny ass. So someone looks like a dog in the face. I don't know. It's a schnauzer. Woo. Look, I'd be darned if I don't. I just gotta say it because it's there on my heart to say. Okay, so we've got the 7, the Chariot. Movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, courage. Courage, the cowardly dog. I just want to say that. But yeah, this is what it says at the end. It says carriage. So the Chariot, you've got to move forward bravely, regardless of what. You just gotta face it. Whatever you did, you've got to face it in order to get through it. You can't just skip over it. You've got to go through it. So we've got the 8, which is negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality, entrapment. So somebody's binded by their own contracts, and it's fast moving that the thing is tightening around them. Eventually they'll have no other option. So right now they better choose wisely going forward. And they have the wherewithal to know they have clarity. There's probably people around them saying, hey, you know that was stupid, right? Hey, you know you went too far, right? Hey, but you know what? Sometimes the best lesson is experience. Some people have to go through a few things in order to find out, yeah, to FAFO. So you live long enough, you find out. Unfortunately, for some of us, we can take direction. We can say, you know what? Hey, I don't want to do that. All right, yeah. And some of us, we've got to Damn. So I wasn't above reproach. Okay. And some of us are going to, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. But you were grown when you did it, right? Be grown when the result comes back. Okay. So, like I said, we've got 8 and 7 plus 1, which is another 8, which turns that into 16, which turns that into a tower. So somebody's having a big old lesson, and they're learning that there are consequences with this thing called growing older, okay? You've got to go through it. You can't skip over it. You can put it off for a bit, but it's still coming for you no matter where you go. If you did it, you've got to face the time, especially if you put your hands to the crime, okay? So let's keep going, and hopefully you understand what you're going through. Do you know what you're going through? Do you understand the things they're showing you? Do you know? Do you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Groovy baby. All right. So yeah. That part 16, boom boom boom. Okay? Boom. All right. Oh, yeah. The sign is Cancer Gemini. So it's a Cancer Gemini or a Cancer and a Gemini. And that was the Taurus reading. So there is a ghetto ass Taurus out here who wants to do things their way in one way and then go on the other side and do things. So there, that in a way is two-faced. I'm not going to lie, especially when it's coming by way of a Taurus and Cancer energy, which means that they play a lot of emotional games and they show two faces in two different places. They laugh in people's faces and they laugh behind them. They laugh in your face and then they laugh behind your back. Two different laughs though. Two different laughs. Okay, so yeah, that's a tower moment. Someone is coming to the reality that they're actually going to have to face some consequences for the things that they do. Duh. Okay, duh. All right, so let's get on to Gemini. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and pop on over to Amazon or Rose Dog Bookstore or Barnes and Noble or Walmart and get your copy of Inside Gossip by what published by Rose Dog Books. Definitely get you a nice old copy. This is what it looks like on the back. That is me there. Yep, 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 yep. Inside Gossip. Look, there's snakes in the lips. Be careful of the mouth. The tongue speaketh life, and it can offer. Okay, so be careful what you're doing with that there mouth. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. So in Gemini, we've got the Queen of Swords. There's boundaries. There's a clear mental mentality of, look, I hear you, but I will cut you off. And then there's the 7, which is very sharp, 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 sharp. You know, a 7 is a very sharp number. Either way, even when you write it, when you look at it, it's a sharp number. And then we've got the Page of Wands. Unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. We've got opportunities, wishful thinking, choices, illusions, searching for purpose, daydreaming. Then we've got inspiration. We've got inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, freedom. So the only number out here is 7. So there is this is a complete cycle, okay? We have Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Take what resonates. So something is definitely coming to the end of this cycle. The window of opportunity is closing. So someone's free. Someone's free to explore everything that they want to explore. They're free to dream, daydream, do anything they'd like to do. This is a complete cycle. All right, take what resonates. This is Gemini's reading. Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, which all it says is there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of recognition. There's a lot of strategy that went into this. with passion and vigor. All right, like I said, Sun, Moon, Rising, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, and the number here is 7. This is a complete cycle. So recuperate, rest, and keep pushing. All right, so now we're into the Cancer. Last but not least will be Leo. All right, come on, Cancer, let's go. 6 o'clock for anyone who wants to know. 812 on the clock. Well, not on the clock, on the screen. Okay, we got the 3 and we got the 6 and we got the 2. 362. I remember that was a number. That was 21216 zip code 362. Either you had 233 or 362. The older numbers were 233. The more modern people that just came into the neighborhood in 21216 was 362. I remember 362. Or they had changed their number, so they ended up with a 362. I don't know why I pulled 4 cards for Cancer, but this is what we got. 36215. Okay, I guess that was supposed to be your interim something. Somebody's obsessed. Okay, so we got 362. Teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation. That's why that's there. Giving, sharing, receiving wealth, generosity, planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans. Okay, so someone's making a group decision. They're going to share some money. They're either going to share some money or move some money around so that they could travel. Someone's going to travel, or someone's going to take some money somewhere, make a payment. And someone is very, very obsessed about this. Shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, toxicity. Have I said enough? I can breathe now. Okay. All right. So we've got 362. That's 9 plus 2. That's 11. That's 11 plus 15. That is 26, which is an 8, which is bring about some quick karma for someone. Return to sender, return to sender. Return to sender, return to sender. Give dark workers something to do. Return to sender, return to sender. The collective is tired of you. All right. So we've got that going on. That is the 8. All right. Teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation, building something, giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, charity, sharing, planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel, plans. So someone's planning to keep traveling around, sharing these pentacles, I guess a Cash App, a Venmo, a cryptocurrency payment, whatever this is, or wire transfers. So someone's going to keep doing this. They are very obsessed. Someone's karma is to completely spend out all of their money doing this and going broke. Okay, so someone is definitely going to either end up trying to claim insanity, or they're going to end up filing bankruptcy. Chapter 13 to be exact. Okay. All right. So you keep on going. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Okay, so we've got in the Cancer reading, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, and we've got another Capricorn. So doubling down on that Capricorn energy, that's the end of December, the beginning of January, okay? And yeah, that part. Yep, so that's an 8 altogether. Yeah, that part. Jeez. Okay, let's get out of here. So Leo's last but not least. Okay, we got Hermit at the bottom of the deck. That is 9. Soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, consciousness. So someone has broken free and they're trying to stay by themselves because they're trying to figure out what the hell was that back there. That's like getting out of that Get Out house that was in that movie Get Out. and you're running and you're looking back like, what the hell was I actually in? You're actually getting a chance to recollect and reflect on actually what you've been through in life and realize that you actually did survive some real janky shit. And yeah, you're on the other end of it, and you still gotta pinch yourself to say this shit was real. This wasn't no damn movie. And sometimes if you say it out loud, it's really like unreal to yourself. And sometimes even the people around you will look at you kind of weird, like, did that shit really happen to you, or are you looking for attention? But really, honestly, your life could truly be in a book. Anyway, so let's get to the Leo. I want to heat my coffee up. I've got a little bit of working out to do today. I don't know what I want to do today. Don't be like them other people and skip leg day. I hate it when their legs are so small and they've got that big upper body. You just want to push them and see if they'll fall over. I'm such a dick. All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the okay. All right. So I did pull 3 1s earlier, right? So now I'm looking at 10 3 1 1. That 13 keeps coming out. Now I'm looking at 11 13 on the screen, right? And then I'm seeing 10 3 11. It's happening. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands, which is courage, confidence, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, joy. This is in betwixt of things, okay? And this is the Leo reading. Come on, big cat, okay? And this is Pisces and Aries, okay? And yeah, this is just going forward with confidence and independence and a zest for life. No one can stop you from what you've got going on. Nothing can stop you. You're all the way up. I forgot who sang it. But yeah, I can't even call his name, but I just thought about him. Ain't that the guy that moved to Dubai, some crap like that? Yeah, that guy. Anyway, like I was saying, Leo. So for Leo, burden, extra responsibilities, hard work, completion, Sagittarius. Then we've got this 3 of Cups upside down, overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time. 3 is a crowd, gossip. What you been doing? What have you been doing? Justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, and law. So someone has yeah, definitely led themselves into a heavy burden. They've definitely been overindulging, too much partying, isolation. Maybe they're in a crowded room, and they're still feeling lonely. And then there's this independence thing. They need some alone time. And 3's a crowd. So there's a lot of gossiping, and then there's too many things going on at once. Okay, so that's Sagittarius and Cancer. Then we got this Libra at the end, which is 11, which is justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance. So like I kept saying earlier, if you're going to do the crime, be prepared to do the time. And this is what it's coming down to. So there are consequences, whether it be in the physical or in the spiritual realm. You can't do spiritual things against people and don't expect a spiritual beatdown. You also can't do things in the physical and think that they won't manifest eventually. They may not manifest when you think they are, but like I said, you can be rocked to sleep and the universe knows exactly what mode. Okay, so yeah, definitely don't yeah, you mess with the bull, you get the horns, and it don't have to be from that person. Sometimes the universe knows exactly who to pick for you. They want you to be off guard when it happens, okay? Like I said, I didn't know I was headed to a nightmare when you rocked me to sleep. Yeah, that part. Okay, yeah. So that has been the Leo reading, and that is Sagittarius and Capricorn and lead. No, not wow. You wanted me not to say Cancer? Cancer. You always trying to hide behind somebody's skirt. You come from out of there, you coward. All right, so Sagittarius, Cancer, and Libra, okay? Sagittarius, Cancer, and Libra. This has been the Leo reading. Ooh. Hello, world. I just might be your girl. Hello, world. I just might be your girl, but you're not ready. But you're not ready for me. But you're not ready. But you're not ready for me. Yeah, groovy, baby. All right, till the next time, this has been Nix. Remember, don't come for me because I haven't sent for you.